not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Trojans ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Will have to use its first time out of the half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. From the gun, looking for a man. Got it in the middle, it's Ware. And they swarm him under.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Motion from the back. Creates a little room. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Extending the play. There he goes! Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Give to the single back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Inside the 45. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Sends it back in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Catch in the middle, it's Burks. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. On the run, it's Ford.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll ride the hot hand. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. right, guys, let's think big picture USC. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Trojans have this offense rolling. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give to the single back. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Kansas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win And they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. And back to the air on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here we go. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The run to the left. Runs through a tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. It makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USC!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Will open from the 15. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Coming out on first down with the play fake.
Man, he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From his end zone, he'll go up top. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. So much for being backed up. Now they've got it 1st and 10 and plus territory. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the quick grab. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Got it in the middle. It's Barkley. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, USC.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Southern Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Hattiesburg for some time. They're up by 17 over UMass. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end.